Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna show you the Selfcare weekly templates. They are very artsy and I like to play with you a little bit with them using other parts of the collection, and let's get it started. I prepared something. I opened already the week 23 template in my Photoshop. I have also loaded lots of the styles I have in this collection, and also I have loaded the swatches. Also I have already prepared some of the photos, and I like to show you now how I started with it. First of all, we add a little bit of image on the blending mask 1, which I've done here on the top. It's an image with raindrops or with dripping water. The whole layout will be a blended photo of a fountain. So I have added now on the blending mask 1 the image and clipped it. This is how it looks like, and when I clip it, there are 2 versions to do that, or 3 actually. Create clipping mask, and you can use the command option G, or you can use that same here in the top menu, which is here. It's release and create clipping mask. So this is up to you how you clip your images. So we clipped now the image on the blending mask 1, and then we have a second mask, blending mask 2, and this is the darker one here, and we use now the same image we have here on the blending mask 1. For that we make a we press command J to make a copy on the same place. It makes this copy, and then we move it down to the blending mask 2 layer here, and also here we start to clip, create clipping mask. This is how it looks now. Okay, to be sure to not lose those 2 layers now, that maybe by accident we click on the layer and move it around and they don't are placed not on top of each other anymore. So for that we use layer 1 copy. We press command and click on the layer 2. So we have selected now the same images, and we link that together. So when we now move that image, we will be sure that we move the whole image on both layers the same way, and they are linked and nothing can happen anymore. If you not do that, and you would now go on the top layer here and move that, and you can see that then the images do not they are not placed on top of each other anymore, and this can make a nice effect, but maybe you don't want that, and for that is this linking together very important. Okay, then we have this tiered paper here on the background, and this is also something we can use as a mask, as a clipping mask. So I placed now another image here, and it looks like this, and let's move that down here so we can see this is the image. It's also from a pond. It's this I don't know how it's called. We say sea rose, but I don't know how it's in English. Maybe you can let me know that. Okay, so we placed now this image here on top of the paper tier, and also here we go and clip that here. And as you can see, the setting here is on multiply now. So it multiplies here with the paper tier. What I like to have now is to see the flower more on top. For that we make a copy of the image itself. We press Command J and we place the whole image just on top of all of our layers over here. And we change the blending mode to normal. So the image itself now only covers the whole layout. And we're gonna zoom in now. So, and we go to the tool, Quick Selection tool. When you press on your keyboard, it's W. And then we go and select now all these leaves here, these white ones. Over here. So this one, and we have this one. That's too much. Nah. So also that one. We don't need that one. And also not that, but we want that one. We always need to check that we have this plus sign in the middle of our selection tool here to add parts of the image. And if we want to remove something from the selection, we press Option key on the keyboard, and then we have this minus, and then we can delete again some of the selected parts. Okay, this is also something we don't want. Also that one. We only want to have this flower here. Okay, so now we go and start to have a mask here. For that we clip now here, and look at it. We have now a really beautiful blended image. There are two images and you don't see the blending edges here, and we have a little bit of texture, that what makes the whole thing a little bit of artsy. But this is now a really nice and beautiful image. What you now can do is you can choose one of those drops here and also select them and put them on top. For that we go on one of the layers with this image with the drops. Also hit here Command J, and also we drag that just on the top of our layers. If the problem now is that you maybe don't know when you press this. Okay, that you don't see what's underneath now. For that, if you press now only 5 on your keyboard, the opacity will change to 50%, and now you can see what kind of drops you like. Maybe select that should go on top of the flower now, and maybe on top of this frame we have here. So we zoom in now, and then we have the quick selection tool again, and start here to select a little bit. Maybe that one is better. Over here. Okay, this one. And maybe we use here this one. And I like to have one of those drops on top here over the frame. Okay, as you can see, when you look at this image or those drops, they are very blurry. So maybe the best thing now is to make the selection now a little bit the is feather, and then we make it only 10 pixels, and let's see what happens now. And we change the opacity back to 100%. Okay, this is it. So we have now the drops, some on top. We have a little bit of blurry selection now, which make it, I think, more realistic. And we have also some drops coming up on the frame here. Okay, so this is the first part. Then we have here those two frames now. I found an image with a pink watercolor, water flower, and just unclip that, and this is how it looks. What I like to have now in my frames here, in those frames, is the mirror on the water of the flower and the real rose, water, rose, whatever it is, on top. Okay. So I have now selected that image, I placed it on top, and we move it to the mask 2, which is the layer underneath here. And now we clip that image, and then we make a copy of it by pressing Command J, and we move it on the mask 1 on top. Also here we clip that. So we have now one image also here clipped on both images. And what we're gonna do now is we again link those both images together, and now we can move them around, maybe make them a little bit smaller, so we have the nice effect here from the mirroring. And on the back mask here we have the original. How would it be when we now make the same with this flower, how we did with that one? So we go on the first layer here of the image, press Command J, place it on top. Also here we can press Command only 50 or 80, so we have a little bit of a clue what's behind our image. And now we can select this leaves here, this pink one, with the quick selection tool. So here, maybe this leaf also, this is something we not want. Also here, that's too much. So, okay. So we have now selected that rose. Also here we make a mask and change the opacity back to 100%. And this is it. And now we have that all set up with our flowers and images. To hold everything together, we go on the layer 1 and press Command and click on the just mask photo. So we have now the same 3 images selected, and we link that together. So if we move that now, so we link everything, and when we like to move that now around, we move all 3 images in the same way, and nothing can happen and nothing will be destroyed. Okay. I think this tune label will go somewhere else. We can move that and maybe edit that here. And let's see what we can do now here with this strip here. How would it be when the water, when this image with the white flower here goes into the strip in here? Okay, so let's select one of these images, press Command J so we have a copy, and go down to the drip. I have there already this image. Okay, so it's now clipped here already. Cool. And then we have a second drip, and also here we make a copy. Now we make a copy of the image and place it on top and clip that. And this is how it looks now. So don't forget now to link all those images together. We have the top layer, the flower, we have mask. Then we go down and choose that one, that one, that one, always pressing Command. And so everything is linked. The same image is linked, and we can move now a little bit. Maybe we like to have the spot of the image a little bit somewhere else. Maybe here. Maybe more up. And done. Okay. So now we go on to the background now. So we have now our papers here from the Selfcare collection, and let's see what papers we can maybe use here. We could try that one. I guess it's too bluish, but let's try it. We could change now the color of it. Let's try that with hue saturation. Or to pink. Let's see. Or what we can also do, let's change to another paper, maybe that one. Copy, and we paste that here. That looks also pretty nice. And color burn. That's too bright. I think that looks pretty nice, but the drip now should maybe we use color burn here. Screen, linear burn. Oh no, that's all not that what we like to have. But let's have it so it's really that you see, I also need to play a lot with this layers. This is the secret behind those artsy templates. It's really a lot of playing, and you should take yourself time to play with all them and not use you cannot drag and drop everything and it's done. So it's really a lot of playing, and they give you so many possibilities, but they come up when you start to play and get your sorry for stopping to talking the whole time. Maybe to use them as a starting point. I think I like that a lot more now. Yes, that's much better, because we have here this pinkish flower in it, and then we have those background here, and here it blends nicely, and we have the drip in here over the paper. Okay. This paper cut here, I don't know if we need to have that here in this layout. I think I don't like it here, but we could add that here. We could leave it here, or we can turn off the circle over here. And change the color of the text, and use maybe here one of the styles to change the vibe of the pink week 23. Of course, we can change here the color, and we not need to use only the colors of the collection. When you double click on the effect color overlay, you can go into that, click on the color to select, and the color picker gets open, and then we can pick from this pink here of the flower. Okay, so this is it. And maybe we need to have a little stroke around the week. We go outside, we make that. Or what we can do, we make it white. We change the opacity, so we have a little bit of a sticker, and then we have the color, and we change that. Let's see, maybe a dark green, make it a little bit smaller, and add here a drop shadow, multiply. No, not outer glow, I want the drop shadow. Here we are. Color overlay, stroke. What happened here? Okay, 12. Drop shadow. Now we go. Okay, here comes the drop shadow a little bit. That's it. Add here some text, and your layout is done. Of course, you can do the same here with the week 23, when you change here the text, and it's, if you like to have it better to read, you can go to outer glow, go here and change the color to a dark one, go, and you need to have selected multiply, and make the spread and the size. And also what you can do now is to pick such a green color more here, and then your text is better to read later when you change it. And your artsy layout is done. That's it. And this is the created with the weekly template number 23. So I hope you enjoyed this video now, and I hope you learned something new. If you have some ideas or questions, just let me know, and if you like, you can jump into our artology group. My CT girls are there in a lot of other customers. You can share there your layouts, you can share there your thoughts, you can share if you have something to say or if you have any questions. We always try to answer you answer everything. So let's see if we see us there, and we're gonna see us sure in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice time. Bye.